The internet exploded overnight when footage emerged of Liu Yuning and Zhao Lusi at a Chinese airport dealing with a luggage crisis that escalated from routine inconvenience to full-blown emergency, based solely on Zhao Lusi's increasingly frantic reaction to the news that Liu Yuning's checked bag had gone missing somewhere in the airport's handling system. The video captured by other travelers shows Liu Yuning appearing relatively calm and resigned as he speaks with airline representatives about the missing luggage, while Zhao Lusi stands beside him, becoming visibly more agitated with each passing moment, her body language suggesting she knows exactly what was in that suitcase and is absolutely terrified about the implications of it being lost or ending up in someone else's hands. The fact that her panic seems entirely disproportionate to what should be a manageable, if annoying, travel problem has sparked immediate wild speculation about what Liu Yuning's luggage might have contained that would make its loss such a crisis, with theories ranging from irreplaceable sentimental items to important work materials to something far more dramatic and secret that neither star wants discovered by strangers rifling through lost baggage. Why would Zhao Lusi's reaction to lost luggage be so extreme that multiple witnesses describe her as appearing on the verge of tears or hysteria, pacing back and forth while repeatedly asking airport staff how this could happen and demanding they immediately locate the missing suitcase regardless of what procedures or processes they would normally follow? According to passengers who observed the scene, Zhao Lusi's distress escalated rapidly from initial concern when they first realized the luggage was missing to what appeared to be genuine panic as minutes passed without the bag being located, with her at one point grabbing Liu Yuning's arm and saying something to him urgently that witnesses couldn't fully hear, but that clearly communicated serious worry about whatever the suitcase contained. Liu Yuning's attempts to calm her down and reassure her that the luggage would eventually be found appeared ineffective, with Zhao Lusi remaining visibly agitated and at one point pulling out her phone to make what appeared to be urgent calls to people who might be able to help expedite the search or who needed to be notified about whatever crisis the lost luggage represented. The contrast between Liu Yuning's relative calm and Zhao Lusi's obvious panic has led many observers to conclude that whatever is in the missing suitcase is something that primarily concerns or affects her rather than him, raising questions about why she would have packed important items in his luggage rather than keeping them in her own bags or carry-on where she could maintain direct control. The detail that has fans absolutely convinced something major and potentially scandalous was in that lost luggage is that at one point clearly captured on video, Zhao Lusi appears to say something to Liu Yuning that multiple Mandarin-speaking lip readers claim looks like, "What if someone opens it, or what if they see?" suggesting the suitcase contains something that would be problematic or embarrassing if discovered by airport staff or random strangers, with the most explosive theories involving everything from engagement ring or wedding planning materials to private photos or documents to items related to secret project or personal matter they've been concealing from public. The visible fear on Zhao Lusi's face when she made this comment, and Liu Yuning's response of pulling her close and speaking quietly in her ear in what appeared to be reassurance or possibly agreement about the seriousness of the situation, has convinced observers that whatever is in that luggage represents genuine crisis if it ends up in wrong hands, though the actual contents remain subject of pure speculation without any confirmed information from either star or their teams. The airport where this luggage drama unfolded was a major transportation hub handling thousands of travelers daily with the sophisticated baggage handling systems that occasionally but inevitably malfunction and send luggage to incorrect destinations or fail to properly track bags through the complex routing process. Liu Yuning and Zhao Lusi had apparently just arrived on a domestic flight from another Chinese city, though the specific origin and destination of their travel has not been confirmed and may be deliberately being kept vague by their teams to maintain privacy about their movements and activities. The fact that they were traveling together openly through a public airport suggests they were on routine trip without particular concern about being photographed or observed, though the luggage crisis transformed what should have been unremarkable travel into dramatic scene that attracted attention and documentation. The initial realization that the luggage was missing apparently occurred at the baggage claim carousel, when Liu Yuning's checked suitcase failed to appear despite all other bags from their flight having been claimed, prompting him to approach airline staff to report the missing item and initiate standard lost luggage procedures. According to standard protocols, airline staff would take description of the bag, check their tracking system to see where it might have been misdirected, and assure the passenger that efforts would be made to locate and deliver the luggage as quickly as possible, typically within 24 to 48 hours. These routine reassurances apparently did nothing to calm Zhao Lusi's growing panic as she realized the bag was genuinely lost and not simply delayed in appearing on the carousel. The specific contents of Liu Yuning's lost luggage remain unknown, with only speculation and theories based on Zhao Lusi's extreme reaction and the fragments of overheard conversation that witnesses managed to catch. The most romantic theories proposed by shippers focus on possibility that the suitcase contained engagement ring or wedding-related items that Liu Yuning had been planning to use for surprise proposal, or that represented preparations for secret marriage ceremony, with Zhao Lusi's panic stemming from fear that airport staff opening the lost luggage would discover and potentially leak this information before the couple was ready to make any announcements. This theory is supported by timing considerations, as both stars have been increasingly open about their relationship and might be at stage where engagement or marriage could be realistic next step. Alternative theories focus on professional rather than personal concerns, suggesting the luggage might have contained important work materials including contracts, scripts, confidential business documents, or other professional items that would be problematic if lost or if their contents became public. Before appropriate time. Given both stars' high-profile careers and business interests, the loss of confidential professional materials could indeed justify significant concern, though the specific intensity of Zhao Lusi's panic seems to exceed what would be expected even for important work documents that presumably could be replaced or reconstructed, even if original copies were lost. More mundane explanations note that luggage often contains valuable personal items, electronics, important medications, or irreplaceable sentimental objects whose loss would be genuinely upsetting regardless of any dramatic secret or scandal, and that Zhao Lusi's visible distress might simply reflect normal human reaction to losing items that mattered to her, even if those items wouldn't constitute major crisis if discovered by strangers. This interpretation is less exciting than theories involving engagement rings or secret scandals, but may ultimately prove more accurate if the truth ever emerges. The airport staff's handling of the lost luggage situation has been described by witnesses as professional but limited by the reality that once a bag enters the complex baggage handling system and gets misdirected, locating it can take time and cannot be rushed regardless of how important or urgent the passenger claims the situation is. The staff apparently attempted to reassure both Liu Yuning and Zhao Lusi that the bag would likely be found and delivered within standard timeframes, explanations that clearly did not satisfy Zhao Lusi, who wanted immediate action and results rather than patience and trust in normal procedures. Her apparent demands for special treatment or expedited search, while understandable given her distress, may have created awkward dynamic with airport personnel who have policies and procedures they must follow regardless of passenger celebrity status. Liu Yuning's role throughout the crisis appears to have been attempting to manage both the practical aspects of reporting and tracking the lost luggage, and the emotional challenge of dealing with Zhao Lusi's panic and distress. Witnesses describe him as remaining relatively calm and patient with airport staff while simultaneously trying to comfort and reassure Zhao Lusi, physically staying close to her and frequently touching her arm or shoulder in gestures of support, while also engaging in the necessary communications with airline representatives. His ability to maintain composure while she visibly struggled suggests either that he is less concerned about whatever the luggage contains, or that he is simply better at managing his emotional response to stressful situations in public settings. The decision by both stars to remain at the airport for extended period attempting to resolve the situation, rather than simply filing the report, and leaving to let the airline handle the search through normal processes, suggests genuine urgency and concern about the missing items. Witnesses report seeing them at the baggage services office for well over an hour, far longer than typical passengers would invest in reporting lost luggage, with Zhao Lusi apparently unwilling to leave until she had exhausted every possible immediate option for locating the bag, even though the most likely resolution was always going to be waiting for the airline's tracking system to identify where the luggage had been misdirected and arranging delivery once it was located. The public nature of the incident and the viral spread of video footage capturing Zhao Lusi's panic has created a situation where both stars are now facing questions and speculation about what was in the luggage that made its loss such a crisis. The fact that neither has issued any statement or explanation about the incident beyond what their teams might say about normal travel inconveniences suggests they prefer not to draw additional attention to the matter or provide any information that might feed speculation, though their silence also allows rumors and theories to flourish without contradiction or correction. The ultimate resolution of whether the luggage is ever located and returned, and whether the contents that caused such panic are ever revealed, remains to be seen as this story continues to develop. Airlines do successfully locate and return the vast majority of misdirected luggage eventually, though the time frame can vary from hours to days or occasionally weeks depending on how far off course the bag traveled and how quickly it is identified and routed back to correct destination. For Liu Yuning and Zhao Lusi, every hour that passes without recovery of the suitcase likely increases anxiety about whatever time-sensitive or security-sensitive items it contains. In conclusion, the airport drama of Liu Yuning's lost luggage that triggered Zhao Lusi's visible panic and distress has created explosive speculation about what could possibly be in a missing suitcase that would cause such extreme reaction from normally composed actress. Her apparent terror about the possibility of strangers opening the luggage and discovering its contents, combined with her desperate attempts to expedite the search and recovery beyond normal airline procedures, has convinced millions of observers that the bag contains something significant, whether romantic like engagement ring, professional like confidential documents, or personal like private items she desperately wants to keep from public knowledge.